prediction episode about one of the most exciting leagues in the world.
I know I'm going to piss off all their 5 fans with this.
Are they still in the Bundesliga? Are they there?
He hates the club.
Yeah.
You just want to see me suffer.
And I don't want to offend people.
You and me will have a really hard time.
I want to see you suffer.
Okay,
because
who? Is it us? The episode's going to finish right now because I don't talk to
the
you.
most hated team in Germany.
You're going to be way off there. Judging by that, we have to get relegated.
Even able to challenge Bayern for the title.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, back with another episode, ranking episode, prediction episode about one of the most exciting leagues in the world. Fan-wise for sure, and in recent years also quality-wise, the Bundesliga.
Bro, so hyped for this one because both of our clubs kind of are back in the Bundesliga, Köln, HSV. And I think it's going to be an episode where we'll argue a lot. So that's always good for you guys, for the viewers.
Also here, I need to close a bet on the same conditions as one for the Premier League. So the one who has the most positions right or is closest by. And 1 extra point for getting the champion right. But since the champion here is probably quite straightforward, we're gonna get an extra point for the one who has both relegators correct.
All 2 or 3 relegated teams? Okay,
Let's do 2. Okay, so
right.
bonus points
so
there.
17, 18, if we have those right, it's another bonus.
Bonus points there. And the bet is...
What's the bet, bro? Which one are you going to lose? Tell me.
The loser has to take the winner VIP to a Bundesliga game.
Okay.
All expenses.
Of winner's choice, yeah?
Yeah, all expenses and maybe also beforehand a dinner, etc.
Everything paid, okay?
Everything paid.
Okay, so I can pick the game you're taking me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. I'm hyped for that, bro. And I don't know what I was going to say. I want a lot of beers, bro.
That's fine.
Can I already make an order?
Also, in this episode, we are going to tell you which derbies you have to go to this season, which fan bases you have to look out for, and our main player you have to keep an eye out for. So the top scorer and most valued player.
It's a really, really good episode because we will finally have a derby back in the Bundesliga. We had no derby last season. Yeah. Now we have a couple. So, bro, without further ado, give me your 18, 17, 16. Who's going to get relegated?
You're going to be so angry. We're going to start things up. But
bro,
please,
if you name my club,
let me finish.
The episode's going to finish right now because I don't talk to you then anymore.
Number 18. God hope they relegate Heidenheim.
Bro, starting with age, I was a bit scared, yeah?
They have had some decent years in Europe, of course, but yeah, lost a lot of players and they are done, I hope.
You hope, but you don't like them, you hate them, yeah?
No, I don't hate them because it's a small club, but they don't add any value to the Bundesliga. Of course, they played some nice football and in Europe, etc., but I want to see the traditional Verein in Europe with their great fan bases. That's what Germany represents for me. I do like about the Bundesliga that smaller teams get their chance to Europe.
Yeah, that was cool. They got promoted right away, finished in the Conference League spot.
So for me, that adds also some value to it, but Heidenheim 18. Number 17, a club that is different than the normal clubs in the Bundesliga.
Than the normal clubs. I know who you're going to say.
St. Pauli. Yeah, number 17. And then number 16. Yeah, I'm really sorry, but I kind of hope it as well.
You hope we go down? Are you going to name us now?
I hope relegation.
Okay,
because
who? Is it us?
No, let me finish. I told you let me finish. I hope this team finish 16 because then I can see your emotions in the final 2 games and I can just sit back and relax. But it's also what I genuinely think because you lost your 3 best players of the team. You don't really attract good players right now. Yusuf Poulsen, like, what is that right now? Number 16 for me is HSV.
Oh, you are incredible. You just want to see us go down. You just want to see me suffer. We've been suffering for 7 years. Do you genuinely believe this?
Okay,
Or are you just saying this to piss me off?
I want to see you suffer and I want to win the bet.
Fuck off. Okay, second thing is not going to happen with our prediction. We already know that.
Tell me your number 18.
Well, 18, I've actually got Köln. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I want to see you suffer. No, I don't want to see you suffer. I'm not like you.
Yeah, you're really nice.
18, I've got St. Pauli. Yeah, okay.
But that's just hate.
It's not hate. You have them 17. It's not a big of a difference, right? Second season syndrome. They got promoted. It's our city rivals. I'm happy that we got a derby now. Second match day already. First home game is against them. But they did all right last season. Good defense, really good defense. Held their own in the Bundesliga. But I don't know if it's just a thing in the Bundesliga or in general, because we always say second season syndrome. You got promoted. First season you do well. Second season it kind of hits you and the quality difference kind of hits. St. Pauli, already, even though they've spent a year in the Bundesliga, they already on paper have a worse squad than HSV, even though we just got promoted. They did literally lost almost all their best players. Saad is gone to Augsburg, Troy is gone. So I don't think the replacements that they bought will get them a survival.
One challenge, sorry. Would you love to see St. Pauli relegate?
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I kind of love to see the Hamburg derby in the first division.
Because for me, that's kind of a debate. Because, for example, Vitesse Arnhem, they got dissolved, and
That's
a lot of NEC fans, that's their biggest rival, Derby. They were partying on the streets. But I'm a bit like, how can you, like? Of course, you gotta take banter. So I would make a lot of jokes about you if HSV would like now dissolve. But then again, you miss such a big club. And you miss a rivalry that you live for the whole year. Like, Derby days are the most special days in the world. It doesn't come close to anything. So you want to see St. Pauli suffer, but you don't want to see them relegated, right?
I kind of do.
Okay.
Because we've I want to see them relegated. Maybe they can go back again, but you have to keep in mind our actual derby is against Bremen. Against Werder. So we have kind of 4 derbies this year. Yeah. So they literally laughed so much about us in the last years. It was a huge humiliation for them to get promoted ahead of us. So now if they go down, don't care. But I'll enjoy the derbies.
Number 17.
Heidenheim. So we have the same relegated teams. Heidenheim is just, they won the playoffs this season. They saved themselves literally last minute. And okay, many people are saying they played Europe last season, so that's why they suffered in the Bundesliga. Now, obviously, they have no Europe, but I still don't think their squad is good enough. As you said, the club is incredibly small. I know I'm going to piss off all their 5 fans with this, but I agree. They've done some good work. They deserve to be in the Bundesliga, but we prefer, obviously, to have a Schalke Kaiserslautern in there ahead of them, and I think they go down. And 16, I actually have, of course not HSV, Union Berlin. I have Union because they have Baumgart, bro. We both know Baumgart. And I'll be honest,
but he's a cursed legend for us.
He's not a legend at all for us. They've been doing quite well under him. He got appointed there mid-season when he got sacked by us. And he kind of saved them this season, but I just don't think his football is enough. It fits the club, but I think Union, they've had a good spell. I think they're done. They might not get relegated. They might win the playoffs, but I think they will finish 16th.
Now, talking about my 15, 14, 13, I'm going to start off also with Union Berlin. Because, yes, Baumgart's play style fits Union Berlin very well. And I do think they will just get enough points to avoid relegation. Because I feel like Union Berlin is always such a tough side. And they always know some games to get their highs, you know? Like,
it's not nice to play there. Alte Försterei is a cauldron. How do you call it? Cauldron.
And I don't want to offend people, but just in a way of speaking and how they play, it's a bit like Burnley. But then, of course...
Yeah.
So don't want to offend people.
It's the German Brexit club. If we in the way they play. Yeah?
So that's just my opinion. And number 15. Then 14 and 13. I hope these teams maybe relegate. I just hope these teams relegate even more than Heidenheim and St. Pauli. But it's just not going to happen because they have a bit more budget, more players. But those are Wolfsburg and Hoffenheim. I actually went to a game of Wolfsburg versus Hoffenheim, and I just couldn't imagine I was in Germany. It felt like I was in the United States or something.
I was going to say, it's probably similar to MLS.
And Wolfsburg, incredibly poor now. They have no attractive team.
Whoa, that's harsh.
I feel like Hoffenheim has a few more players there on key positions. Number 14 and 13.
Bro, Wolfsburg have a better squad than Hoffenheim by far.
It's my rating.
Okay, interesting. 15, I've actually got the first club that you, I think, kind of like, Köln.
Nah,
FC for me, 15th.
You have Köln
I've
lower
got
than
Köln on
HSV.
15th. Well,
that is delusional.
No. Bro, you have us 16th, yeah? Look, lads, we're recording this as well before the end of the transfer window. Could still make some transfers, but so far, who have you signed? You've lost a few.
Signed the top scorer of
Ragnar
Bundesliga.
Ache, and you've signed Isak Johannesson. Both are good players, but both are from the second Bundesliga. You haven't signed, Tom Kraus on loan from Mainz. It's an alright signing. It's good. But for me, you haven't really...
We signed a top manager.
You have a good manager, okay?
Is really
and I respect, bro, let me cook. I respect your signings, but I think I've seen so much media hype for these two signings in Germany, and I'm like, none of them have proven themselves in the Bundesliga yet. So I don't really see the hype yet.
Okay, but
they're
in
good
my
players,
opinion,
but I think
But
you're going to have a hard time in the Bundesliga.
Okay, but in my opinion, there's a way thinner line between the Zweite Bundesliga and the Bundesliga than the Premier League and the Championship, as well as that I rather prefer signing a top scorer of the Zweite Bundesliga who has proven himself a whole year than Yusuf Poulsen, who's fucking done.
Okay, don't shit on Yusuf Poulsen just yet, yeah?
And then, in addition to that, we kept our best players. Jan Tielman.
You kept some good players, of course.
Timo Hubers.
Yeah, okay.
Heinz.
Okay.
Marvin Schwab.
Okay. Bro, it's all right. You're not going to change my opinion. I love Köln. Don't get me wrong. I love it to be proven wrong, but I just think
Go for it.
And because you lost Lemperle, you lost Damien Downs, which is you got a really good fee for that. You lost Jubicic and Finkgräfe. I think you and us will have, because I'm realistic. I'm not delusional like you with my teams.
Players.
Yeah, but it's still important players. And I'm realistic. I hope to be wrong, but I think you and me will have a really hard time because 14 I have HSV. Okay, have my club 14 as well. Of course, for the ego, I just had to put us one spot above you.
Delusional.
But I think we're not going to. Both of us are staying up, which is a good sign. But both of us are not. It's our first season back. Okay, you've been in the Bundesliga 2 years ago, but for us especially, we're not going to go crazy. Yeah, I think 14th for us because you're right. We lost Reis, which hurts, but was my favorite player. We lost Königsdörfer now to Nice. We lost Selke to Başakşehir, which makes no sense. But that's 3 important players, but we made some good signings, bro, and we will make more. We will make 4 or 5 more signings after the time this video is published. Yusuf Poulsen, you shit on him. He is 31. You act like he's 38. He's 31. He is a proven Bundesliga player. This guy has played, don't know the exact number, but he's played over 200 Bundesliga games. Easy.
I think he's done.
He is not done at 31. Of course, he's not a starter at Leipzig anymore, but they have Šeško, Xavi Simons. How is he going to start there? For us, he's going to be good. We made some good signings. Toro Nariga on a free transfer. Signed Remberg from Kiel. Has played a good season. We signed Capaldo from Leipzig, from Salzburg, to replace Reis. Let's see, bro. And we're going to make more signings.
To Reis, in my opinion. But okay, number 13.
I don't think it's an upgrade either, but I think we will sign more. And let's see. Number 13, then, I have Werder.
Okay.
I have Werder because, it hurts for me to put them higher than us, but let's be honest. They are a Bundesliga side. They've been in the Bundesliga now for 3 years straight. And they've just built a squad that we cannot on paper compete with. Hope we win a derby. Hope we don't let them win. But they won't have a huge season, but they will finish above us.
Okay. Now, so far, I feel like we have some similarities or we are pretty close.
Yeah, but you haven't named Köln yet. Where
because
do you put
my
them?
number 12, 11, and 10, I'm going to start 12 with Werder Bremen.
Okay.
Because, Werder Bremen hasn't made one pretty big signing, except the player from Juve.
Bangula.
Just an average team, Werder Bremen for the Bundesliga. And it's good that they are there. They are a big club.
And for them, I don't hope they got relegated. Don't get me wrong.
They are a big club. So number 12. Then number 11, the most insignificant team in the Bundesliga. The team that you are like, are they still in the Bundesliga? Are they there? Like you.
And I know who you mean. Like, it's so clear. It's so obvious.
Is anyone excited for this team to watch it? No. Do I know a player of that team? No. Do I know this team will finish mid-table? Yes, because they always do. Augsburg.
You don't know a player? How can you rate them? They might have the best team in the Bundesliga if you don't know a single player.
Number 11, Augsburg. I'm just going to be very honest, as always, in this podcast. Number 11, Augsburg.
Do you know Claude Maurice? Matsima? They're both really good.
Matsima,
yeah, they're both really good.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Then number 10, the Erste Fußballclub FC Köln. I have pretty high expectations for them, not gonna lie. I'm really happy that our key players are still in the club. I feel like there's a really good connection in the group and with the fans. And I feel like if we get one more midfielder and maybe one attacker on top, like 2 extra players, because we still have some money from Damien Downs.
You spent 10 million already.
I think we're gonna end top 10.
Okay.
I really feel like we have, like,
let's see.
Okay, let me put it this way: if our striker from Kaiserslautern, what he did last year, if he is going to perform exactly this year the way he did,
so he's going to perform the same way in the second Bundesliga than in the first. Now, that's bro.
He will be fine against.
Not gonna happen.
He will be fine against Union Berlin, bro.
Yeah, he will be fine against. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong. Ragnar is top. But you expect him to score the same way against Bayern, Dortmund, Leipzig, Frankfurt, Leverkusen that he did against fucking Ulm.
But that's why I have us number 10 and not number 6.
It's like me saying Davy Selke would score 20 goals in the second Bundesliga if he was still there because he did in the Bundesliga because he did that in the second Bundesliga.
No, you're delusional. Who's your
No,
number,
I'm not saying that, but you are saying that.
who's your number 12?
Well, my number 12 is Hoffenheim because they're like, sadly, I would like to see them go down. Last season they almost went down. They are also sadly extremely insignificant. They're doing good work transfer-wise, but I think it's the most irrelevant team in the Bundesliga. They have an average attendance of like 11,000 every game. They have more away fans than home, but they're just too good to go down.
I do want to say one thing. Like Augsburg is not like a plastic
Augsburg,
club.
at least they have a solid fan base.
They have a
loyal
solid fan base, but it's just like Augsburg.
I get what you mean. I don't think anybody's offended by that. But I've got Hoffenheim 12th. Because they just also last season they were their worst and they didn't get relegated. I think they're just sadly too good. 11th, I've actually got the team that you mentioned as the most insignificant, Augsburg. So I agree. You had them 11th as well. So I agree. It's just Augsburg are always going to be there. I made the mistake a few years ago. I always predicted Augsburg to go down. Many people did that, and it never happened. They've been in the Bundesliga for I think 15 years. They always finished. Almost always, except for 2-3 years, finished bottom half, bottom third, but they never go down, so it's not going to happen.
And then number 10?
And 10th, I have a team that did extremely well this season. Last season, they are in Europe. Mainz, which I think they have a better team than 10th, maybe.
Yeah.
I have some really good players.
I think it's low. I think it's really low.
I know, but they lost Burkhardt to Frankfurt. They did sign Benedikt Hollerbach from Union, which also a reason why Union, I think, will have a hard time. They have Amiri still. They have Paul Nebel still. They have Viper still. They have a really good side. But I think also here, Conference League is at the same for Forest in the Prem. I think they're not used to it. They're not used to Europe. So they're going to have to play a lot of extra games, especially in the Bundesliga. We don't have so many competitions, so many games. It makes a difference. Heidenheim almost went down last season because of it. Mainz, no. They have too good of a team, but 10th more is not possible for them. Now, bro, we get to the top half, though.
Yeah, 9, 8, 7. I feel like from 9, how sorry I am for the rest of the teams. There is a gap between the top 9 and number 18 till 10, in my opinion. Like, these teams are significant better.
Significantly. So you think none of the teams from 10 to 18 have any chance to break into a single-digit spot?
There's always going to be a surprise, but if I would name teams that would do that, that's going to be then Augsburg, Köln, or...
Köln.
Werder Bremen,
Köln in
maybe.
Europe, yeah.
These 3 teams could go higher, but I feel like the top 9 is significant better. I'm going to start off number 9.
This guy.
Freiburg. Because I first had Mainz there, but I do feel like Mainz have better players, and they kept some good players. They will for sure buy a few more players. So number 9 is Freiburg. It's still a quality team. They have now more focus on the Bundesliga. But number 8 for me is Mainz. I have to pick them a bit higher because they have a better team. And
better than Freiburg, you think so?
Yeah. And one more time, I feel like when a team is in Europe and they play well, it can also be very beneficial to how they play in the league. And then number 7, I regret to say it, but they have improved a lot since we are out. Gladbach.
Yeah. 7th.
Yeah. I do feel like they now, even though they have lost their striker Plea to PSV and probably when we're recording right now, Itakura to Ajax or Feyenoord.
Yeah, he's going to leave.
That's one of their best players, but yeah, they still have a significant better team than those below right now on paper.
That's fair.
Fan-wise not.
So you think fan-wise not. So you think Gladbach qualify for Europe?
Yeah.
That's probably going to be Conference League at least.
Yeah, and I also feel like they're going to invest in that. They now take a bit more risk to get to Europe. They really want to take that step.
Yeah, because they haven't made Europe in
a lot of years.
4 years, I think. And their fans, I live here, so their fans, all my friends are fans. They're begging for Europe, bro.
Who's your number 9, 8, 7?
9. I have Wolfsburg. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro,
which you had them on, what place do you have them?
14.
Nah, it's not good. That one I think is your biggest. You're going to be way off there.
But Wolfsburg is really shit.
Look,
though.
I would love it because I don't need Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga, but I think their squad is way too good to be in the relegation battle. They have nothing to do with that. I think they keep investing because they just have good amount of money.
Yeah,
and they
that's the problem. They maybe buy more players now. But
and
I saw them against Feyenoord for a bit, and they got smashed.
But I don't really care about preseasons. I never. We lost every preseason game. Judging by that, we have to get relegated. Okay, you think so?
That's what I said. No, relegation playoffs.
Look, Wolfsburg, Amoura is a fucking beast, bro. I can't even overstate how good this guy is. I don't know why he is at Wolfsburg. How they pulled him. He has a market value of 32 million. He is at Wolfsburg. They just signed him from Union Saint-Gilloise. Now pulled the option. They have Kouliarakis, great Greek defender. Signed Lindström from Napoli as well on a loan deal. Who was his Bundesliga proven, was at Frankfurt a few years ago. Crazy good. They have like 6-7 players who are, I think, way too good for that club. I think they will finish 9th at least. Then I have Freiburg in 8th as well.
I have them number 9.
Yeah, I have them in 8th. I think this is like, we all know they're going to finish between 7 and 9, I think.
Yeah.
Well, they did better this year, but I think I think 8th is a good spot for them. Freiburg have a good team, and they just beat us as well. If we judge preseason friendlies 4-1, they're definitely better than HSV.
Then I'm curious to hear your number 7.
Yeah. 7, we actually agree. Gladbach. Yeah. Gladbach, I think they will go back to Europe. And we faced them on the first match day. First game back in the Bundesliga is against Gladbach. I'm in the away end. We'll cycle to the stadium, go to the away end.
And lose with 3-0.
Hopefully not, but could very well happen, sadly, bro. I'll be honest. But hopefully I'm wrong. No, they lost key players, you're right. But I think Machino is a good signing. They also kept, for example, Rocco Reitz. They kept Kleindienst, even though he's injured now. I think they have a solid team, and they're on the rise again.
Okay, then our numbers 6 and 5.
Now it gets tasty, because now it's full Europe. 6 and 5, do you want to start?
Yeah.
Because I think we have the same teams in there.
Yeah, number 6, the most hated team in Germany. I feel like if they also lose now, Benjamin Sesko,
Simons is gone probably.
Simons hates the club. I have no clue how that guy signed for 80 million last year, right?
It was 50 after all, I think only. It was a bit falsely reported. But they paid a lot of money.
Okay, but like that is just the most...
You think he hates the club?
Yeah.
Why that?
He has literally no bond with the club. I was like...
So who has a bond with his club?
I'm going to tell one story. I was with Sporting at Leipzig away. And Simons like walked like past me. So I was like, hey, how are you? Like off camera. And he was like, yeah, good. And I was like, are you excited for it? And he was like, pff. He didn't care, bro.
He's
like,
really nonchalant as well.
Maybe he just didn't like me. That could also be happening. But
maybe
I was talking Dutch.
You are the guy he doesn't like.
Could be, but he was like so not hyped for it. Whereas in the Dutch national team, he's way more friendly.
Okay, but chill. That was a game where Leipzig was already knocked out of the Champions League.
They won that game.
Yeah, but they were already knocked out at that point, so I wouldn't be hyped either. Like they were so shit in the Champions League.
Either way, he was...
I agree, he's going to leave probably.
I kind of saw on him, he was not really hyped to play there. So yeah, number 6, Leipzig, they are losing really big players, but still have quality in their team. And they will buy a few more guys, maybe from Red Bull Salzburg. Like
as they always do.
Then number 5, I think the manager signed there with the mission to play well in Champions League and maybe get a Bundesliga surprise, and then he lost literally every big player. Erik ten Hag by Leverkusen.
Really? Leverkusen 5?
Bro, if I were him, I would have signed off the job. Like,
why?
I would just say like, fuck
why?
You guys.
Why?
Bro, they saw...
Yeah, but he knew that. They're not gonna... They're gonna tell him their project before signing him.
He probably must have known it, but then...
He can't sign... He wouldn't have signed... And they wouldn't have told him, yeah, we're gonna keep Wirtz, we're gonna keep Frimpong, we're gonna keep Xhaka. He knew it.
But then I find him really
as a manager,
stupid.
You know that before you sign.
Then I find him insanely
No, but he's
stupid.
signing his players now. That's he's doing his project.
But this guy, like, I really rate him, what he has done in the Netherlands. I feel with Ajax, he performed insane football, insane results. True. But after that, you see a bit the Dutch stubbornness, ego side, getting players like Amrabat to Man United. Like, what goes in your mind of buying these players? And that is kind of what he does. He buys these players that he has a good relationship with, but he has no clue if they are a right fit for the team. Yeah. And I feel like with Leverkusen...
So you think he's going to do the same at Leverkusen?
These Dutch managers sometimes have a really high ego, bro. And that's what I notice in foreign countries, and it doesn't sit well with teams.
I mean, Arne Slot is doing amazing.
But Arne Slot is not really Dutch, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
He has a really good relationship with
He's
players.
not Dutch. Yeah, okay. So if you're Dutch, you have to have a shit relationship with players.
No, but like...
No, I get you. Ten Hag is
For
really
example,
stubborn.
Peter Bos, what he did at Dortmund.
Yeah,
It was
horrible.
a
Shit.
complete mess.
At Leverkusen, he didn't do great either.
Frank de Boer at Inter Milan, Crystal
Yeah,
Palace.
okay.
It was a
He's a shit
complete
manager.
mess.
Van
Ronald Koeman.
Nistelrooy at Leicester, not bad.
Also not...
He's not really a long-term manager. Okay, I get you.
Ronald Koeman.
Louis van Gaal, don't disrespect my
At
king.
Bayern were insane, but
He's
at,
great.
at United also not the best fit. But Louis van Gaal is a great manager.
He is a legend.
Now you're talking
Okay.
about a legend. But
Yeah, okay. But you have Leverkusen 5th, yeah?
yeah, I rest my
Okay.
case with this.
You rest your case.
Number 6 for you.
I'm one team you missed, kind of. I don't know where you want to put them, but 6 for me is Stuttgart. You have them in the top 4, bro. Don't spoil me. But Stuttgart for me is 6. They couldn't have like a season close to the one before where they finished second last season. They caught themselves a European spot through winning the cup, which is a great achievement for them. But I don't think they will have anything to do with the UCL because they will go probably far in the Europa League, maybe quarterfinal or something like that is possible.
You don't think they're going to keep their striker? They will.
Let's see.
Bayern's not going to pay 100 million.
Woltemade, maybe. Yeah, Bayern shouldn't pay 100 million for him. They might keep Woltemade because they want, and they're doing it right by asking Bayern a completely overpriced fee. Maybe by the time we're publishing this, he's already gone. But maybe he stays.
Then my prediction is gone.
Maybe he stays, but I still don't think Stuttgart will finish in the top 4. They have a good team, but it's already better than last season.
Yeah, okay, but if you have in mind that Leipzig and Bayern are shit like they are right now, I feel like Stuttgart has a better team.
Bayern now.
Bayern Leverkusen.
Okay.
Bayern.
Yeah, let's see. I've got Leipzig in 5th because they're investing. They're now also not in Europe for the first time ever since they got promoted to the Bundesliga. Every season in the Bundesliga, they were also qualifying for Europe.
Yeah.
This season, it was their worst season in like ever. So in their short history. So I think now seeing the transfers that they're making, they're buying a lot of young players for 15 to 20 million, where 1-2 of them will definitely explode. This is the way that they've been doing it ever. And they kind of drifted off their path in the last 1-2 years. So I think this is now, even though I don't like them, the right path for them, the Red Bull way, which is good on the pitch. I think they're going to perform significantly better. Yeah. Even if they lose Xavi Simons, I think they will. And they're planning for that. It doesn't really matter because he didn't really do too much in the last season either. He was injured. So I think they will be okay, but not top 4. So
yeah, maybe I've ranked them a bit too low, but
yeah, I think they'll be all right. So because otherwise they might lose Xavi, they might lose Šeško, 2 big players. Otherwise, they're not losing anyone. And
okay,
I think they will finish 5th and 4th. Now, bro, because I want to see your top 4. We have different teams in the top 4. That's interesting.
Number 4, Stuttgart.
Okay, at least only 4.
I think they have a strong team.
Wow, you really?
If they keep their striker, great fan base. I see in the Bundesliga there are always a few upsides, and teams that perform well. And I think Stuttgart is in a good flow right now. Yeah, I see them finish 4th. They have more confidence now.
Crazy.
Then number 3 is gonna be Dortmund.
Okay. Dortmund is, I think, surprise package this year. So everything could happen with them.
Dortmund is just... Their mentality is just not there. They have the wrong mentality.
But 3rd isn't too bad.
They really are going to settle for a 3rd place. Well, I think Dortmund should always go for the championships. Always. And they just don't do it. And they have made a lot of money the last years. Yeah. And now they
World Cup also they made a lot of money. They made like 50 million plus.
And now also they have had a deal with Mislintat, like the financial director, who literally ruins every club he steps in.
He was originally at Dortmund. He was really good.
Yeah.
So Ajax, he was shit.
He completely guessed Ajax.
I know, but Dortmund, he is like a bit of a legend, but he's controversial. I get it.
So yeah, number 3, Dortmund.
Okay.
Who are your number 4 and 3?
4th, I have Leverkusen. I think they will. I agree they won't be near the title, but they will still be top 4. But many people have them outside the top 4. I can see. I think Leverkusen is a complete mystery box because they've lost. They are playing with another team, different team. They lost Wirtz, Frimpong, Tah, Xhaka. That's 4 key players. Tah to Bayern.
But they will sign. They will sign a few players.
They signed already Gerald Quansah from Liverpool for 35 million, which. Don't really
What
know
an
if he's
amount.
worth that. I mean, English tax maybe, but it was part of the Wirtz Frimpong deal. So they got 165 million from Liverpool. They gave them 35. There's still 130 million left. Malik Tillman, I think, is a great signing, and you know him from PSV.
He has a lot of talent.
He was one of the best players in the Netherlands.
Yeah, he was.
And 35 million is a lot of money, but that's a good signing. Ibrahim Maza is a from Hertha, a talent which won't explode immediately. And then Mark Flecken in goal, Dutch keeper. So we already kind of see the Ten Hag mentality. He signed one Dutch player, one player from the Eredivisie, and I think he will sign at least one ex-player from Ajax.
He will.
So let's see, because they have money to spend.
Yeah.
They've spent almost 100 million, but they've already got like 200 million plus. So they will spend at least 50 million more, I think.
Do they still have Patrick Schick?
Sorry, Patrick Schick just extended until 2030. So he just today extended.
Good striker.
That is at least a good sign. But again, they are a complete surprise package. I think they will get top 4, but not near the trophy.
And then you're number 3.
And number 3, I was hesitating, bro, between two clubs, but I put Eintracht Frankfurt.
Yes.
Yeah. I put Eintracht Frankfurt. I was really hesitating between Dortmund, Frankfurt for 2 and 3. I can reveal it. I mean, it's obvious either anyway that I'm not putting Dortmund first.
So Dortmund is
I
number
have
2.
Eintracht Frankfurt third, Dortmund second, because I think Kovac kind of turned the club around, and Bayern. We don't have to talk about that one. I think this season there will be no one challenging Bayern again, but Dortmund really, they're not really doing anything on the market. But I think that's why I think they signed Joe Bellingham. That's the only thing they signed. And two buy options, Jan Couto and Svensson, but they haven't really spent their money. They have 35 to 40 million to spend. So I think they will sign one more big name, and I think it's going to be enough because they're not losing anyone other than Gittins, who is really, they don't really need him.
No, yeah, I have very clear. I think there's a big difference right now, and even in the beginning of the season between Dortmund and Frankfurt. I think Frankfurt is way more exciting. I am such a big fan, by the way, of Strand Larsen.
Yeah.
He is insane. I think he's one of the most valuable players for coming season. What he's going to do for Frankfurt, I'm really excited to watch him. I think what Frankfurt is building right now is very solid. I think they are even able to challenge Bayern for the title for a bit.
Okay.
But in the long run, yeah, it's impossible to compete. So Bayern just fuck off and win the league. But I'm a bit scared for Dortmund, bro, because it's just not going well there, bro. Defense-wise, not really exciting.
I kind of disagree, bro.
Midfield is okay, but bro, everyone is now hyping Joe Bellingham up because he kind of is their brother. Like, what has the guy proven?
Yeah, he's doing
in the championship,
but Jude did also only things in the chat. Jude didn't perform anywhere else than the championship. Who knows?
So now we're crediting a result from a previous brother to a new brother.
But I mean, don't judge the guy yet. I'm not overhyping it because I agree it's stupid, and I swear they spent 10 million extra just because of the name. That's for sure. Or maybe even double just because of the name. But let's see.
And then in attack, they have, of course, Guirassy, who is very good in the Bundesliga.
And he's staying, so that's crucial.
Adeyemi is that kind of guy that performs 10 games well and then 5 games completely disappears.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
I'm a bit like, Frankfurt is going to be more consistent, and I'm I have less Bundesliga knowledge than you. I'm gonna credit that to you, but I'm very confident that my number 2 and 1 are correct. And
so Frankfurt second, really?
Yeah, and the other 16 teams, I have no clue.
Don't know. So, okay, that's a good start. I give you the number 1 and 2. If the other 16 I have better know, but Frankfurt, I agree they're more exciting, but I don't know if, because they're selling so many players, they're making huge profit. The club is probably the best run club in Europe right now, in the top 5 leagues. I agree.
They will buy some players.
They will have to buy. I think they signed Burkhardt, but they will have to buy another one up front because El Yawahi from Marseille hasn't really proven anything yet. Maybe he's the next one that it will explode. But they sold Ekitike and Marmouche within the span of 6 months now. Sure, they got like 180 million, 170 million. But they need to sign someone. And I think they can finish third. Let's see if they finish second.
Okay, and then the most exciting games to look forward to, fan-wise.
First of all, bro, we need to predict the top scorer and the player of the season.
Top scorer, Harry Kane.
Okay, and most valuable player of the season?
Player of the season, I'm so impressed by him, Hugo Larsen.
That's crazy take.
Bro, he is.
Hugo Larsen is great, but player of the season, wow.
I really rate him.
Wow. Well, I think Yeah, Harry Kane is the obvious choice for top scorer, but I think
Go for Guirassy.
I was gonna say I was gonna do that. Maybe I risk it. I go for Serhou Guirassy. He's capable of scoring more than 25 goals. So let's see if he gets
And the
close
most
to Harry
valuable
Kane.
player.
Player of the season, bro. I would have said Musiala, but he's gonna miss the first part of the season, so that's harsh. I'm gonna say Michael Olise. He's just a fucking baller, bro. Yeah, Olise is fucking
and
baller.
that's why I am traditional.
No, yeah, okay, but Olise is he's the best player to watch, but he's a joy to watch.
Okay,
and then we want to talk about the fans.
Yeah, so fan-wise, the league is finally exciting again. If I see teams like HSV, Union Berlin, Werder Bremen is alright. FC Köln, really good fans.
BVB Frankfurt.
Borussia Dortmund, very exciting. Frankfurt, pretty insane. I'm gonna go, by the way, one more time to Frankfurt this year to see if they are really
because you're hating on them.
No, I'm not.
You need to check them out again.
I am way more excited. So there are already 8-9 teams you definitely go to. If you go to a game between one of these two teams, you also have an amazing atmosphere. It won't be like a derby atmosphere, but you have an amazing away end, amazing home side. So try to pick one of these games. And in terms of the derbies,
we finally have derbies again. Because last season they tried to make Frankfurt Mainz a derby because
it's not.
We had nothing, so the Bundesliga tried to market that. It's not really. It is kind of, but it's small. So now we have 3 amazing ones. HSV, St. Pauli, of course, the Hamburg derby. There's any way you get there, do it. HSV Bremen, HSV Werder, the Nord derby. That's also, I think it's bigger. It's bigger. Not as heated, but bigger. So both are insane. And then, of course, the Rhein derby. Köln, Gladbach, all of those 3 games, so sick for fans. And yeah, still any Frankfurt game, any Stuttgart game, most Dortmund games. Stuttgart also insane fan base. Most Dortmund games. Union Berlin is like a traditional old school atmosphere. We have so many clubs with amazing fan bases in that league. Finally again, and I can't wait for the season.
Yeah, if you go, for example, to Stuttgart, Union Berlin, you have an amazing experience.
Stuttgart is very, very sick.
So definitely go to these. Don't get fooled by their Klassieker, Bayern Dortmund. It's a rivalry that doesn't exist. Go have fun. Go out there. Thank you so much for the support. From next week on, we're going to have our regular titled episodes with teams of ultras, fan ratings,
so
amazing
hyped.
experiences. But if you have a topic that hasn't been discussed and you want us to talk about, let us know in the comments down below. And we see you guys
next Wednesday.